All right, I got another HSM Academy question. And this question, I apologize because I cut the person's name off. This person goes on to say, I am not a planner. I can start my day saying, okay, I'll have this or this for lunch. And then the time comes and we go out to eat and my husband decides to cook or I feel like something else. So now I have highlights that are all about making different choices that may be just as healthy as the original plan, not a binge or impulsive eat. I'm thinking through a different way to do it because the planning ahead doesn't fit my lifestyle and was hoping you had some tips. And then T goes on to say, I had a similar question about when to start focusing on protein, carbs, fats, sodium intake. Right now, I feel I can only focus on getting a deficit without feeling totally deprived. So I got 2 for 1 here. So number 1, when you're doing the paper pencil journal, I actually have added a video called the plate method, and that is really helpful for people who are truly unsure of what they're going to eat. And I go through all of that in the video. So you have access to the paper pencil journal series. You can check that video out. Often our mind kind of tells us we don't know in order to stop the process of doing it. The reality is you probably have a pretty good guess. Like you might say, okay, in my house right now, I have options A and B for lunch. But you know what I've noticed since I've been doing the paper pencil journal? My husband and I kind of go out to eat almost 3 times a week. So maybe I should always make that plan C. We're going to eat out. And if we do eat out, I'll just follow the plate method. And that way it's no harm, no foul. And I don't really need a highlight for that. I just need to document what I ate on the other side of my paper, right? So it's kind of starting to, the reason we also do this for 2-week assessment is because often what you will find is you do have patterns to your behavior, you just don't see them. Like you might go out with coworkers for lunch 2 times a week, but you didn't realize it and you thought it was a surprise before, but now you're starting to see it more as a pattern. So you can actually start planning for that on purpose. So even when you have no clue what you're going to do, even if you have 0 idea if hubby's going to invite you out for dinner, you can still put it on your plan. And then if it doesn't happen, it just doesn't happen. Now, to answer this other question about when do I start focusing on protein, carbs, fat, and sodium, you don't need to unless you're having a problem. So if you have some kind of health issue that you need to focus on one of these things, definitely that would need to be a priority. If you are currently seeking weight loss or to manage your weight and you're in the HSM weight management plan, we're going to get to all that in the very last section, but it's kind of a bonus. It's not a have to. So if you're somebody who wants to manage your weight, we have to get your calories in check. All the other stuff about protein, carbs, fat, sodium, that's all personal preference and based on your health goals, which that we will layer in last. Because ultimately what I see happen as a coach often is people put protein as the most important or some macronutrient as the most important, or they become laser beam, but they really want to lose weight. So the goal in the HSM weight management plan is to keep it very simple to get you to the goal, to keep weight loss or weight management the focus. Then we layer in what we'll call more complicated goals, like now doing that with a protein goal, now doing that with sodium or fiber changing. That way you're not overwhelmed and you quit on yourself before you even get started. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today. You have a wonderful day.